Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Dan. I am Vivian Dad. I would like to say thank you all, everyone, for coming tonight. Thank you, Danny family, for inviting Vivian to your family. And thank you to all the people who come overseas to join us tonight. We have Vivian family from Australia and Danny thank you. And then the family also from Australia and America. To Vivian and Danny, I'm so happy to celebrate you tonight. Mom and I wish you all the happiness and successful for the rest of your life together. Sorry, I speak some Vietnamese and Chiu Châu a little bit. Xin cảm ơn gia đình mình đi một đoạn đường dài từ Úc về đây thật là mệt. Cảm ơn đến đây dự đám cưới của cháu. Trước hết thì the first thing chắc xin chia sẻ lầu xím, chia sẻ ý vui, chia sẻ tỏ ý, chia sẻ dĩ, chia sẻ cậu kiểm, chia sẻ Tracy, Andy, Jordan, and Tammy and Cindy. And also I thank you for Gray and Phyllis from Australia. And Phyllis. And Doreen, and Jennifer, and Stephanie, thank you so much. Once again, thank you and enjoy tonight. Thank you.
Thank you. Hi, guys. Okay. Hello, everyone. My name is Tracy, and I'm the maid of honour and Viv's cousin. I'm known to Viv as Jie, which means big sister in Chinese. I think most people who know us know we're much more like sisters and, of course, best friends. I've known Viv her whole life. We've been through everything together. Highs and lows, tears of laughter, joy and pain, and, of course, the vault of little secrets that we share. When we were little, Viv used to be super timid and quiet. And I know that's probably really hard to believe because timid and quiet aren't exactly words that you would describe her as, but she was really as quiet as a mouse. As Viv got older, she got louder and prouder of who she really was. Anyone who knows Viv knows that she is the most bubbly, clumsy, and caring person to her very core. And watching her unapologetically be herself around other people outside of our family and not be afraid to be the little weirdo that she is made me so proud. I'm truly not just saying this because she's my baby sister, but Viv is truly as beautiful as she is on the inside as she appears on the outside. Viv and I have made many unforgettable memories together. One that comes to mind is once we were on a family holiday on the Gold Coast and all the boys in the family had swum out to a sandbar. And Viv and I thought it was a good idea to also swim out, thinking that we were great swimmers. To our surprise, the Surfers Paradise waves gave us a reality check and we were in fact not strong swimmers. We probably looked like we were on an episode of Bondi Rescue because when the lifeguard had to come and save us, we both couldn't fit on the board. So Viv had to get on top of the board and I had to hold on whilst the lifeguard was struggling to bring us back to safety. As we were both panicking and we were so exhausted from treading water. You'd think that we'd learnt our lesson, but soon enough, the tide started taking us out again, and the lifeguard announced over the megaphone on the beach to everyone, the two girls who are not strong swimmers, please get out of the water. Aside from our swimming skills, our culinary skills also weren't the best. One time at a sleepover, Viv and I wanted to bake a cake. And we thought if we turned up the temperature of the oven, the cake would cook quicker. You can imagine when we pulled out charcoal from the oven, we were confused as to why this method didn't work. There are so many more stories I could share, like when she accidentally drove into a cyclist whilst learning to drive, but I'll let you ask her for the details on that one. Don't worry, she finally did get her licence at 23, so she has learnt to drive safely now, but lucky for most of you, she has stayed off the roads in London. When Viv told me that she wanted to pack up and move to London, I was excited for her, but selfishly devastated that I was going to lose my best friend and the person that I literally did everything with. Moving to London and having a fresh start was exactly what she needed to do to become the independent and mature young woman she is today. I remember reassuring Viv when she was leaving for London that this was the right move for her, despite a lot of people telling her not to go and that she could potentially find the love of her life there, and as always, I was right. I still remember when Viv told me about the first time she met Danny and how a casual date in the park went on for 10 hours. I was confused, like, what do you mean you were on a date for 10 hours? I knew instantly that if she was going to spend that much time with him, that he was the special one. Viv would tell me about all the sweet things he would do for her and how safe and loved she felt with Danny. She told me how mature and level-headed he was and how she really admired him. When I met Danny last year for the first time, I really liked how cool, calm and collected he was. Exactly the opposite to Viv. As an older protective sister, it normally takes time for me to warm up to people. However, meeting some of Danny's family at Grandma's house last year solidified for me that Danny was the one. I knew instantly that night that my baby sister was with someone who came from an amazing, supportive family. And that everything Viv had told me about Danny was true. I was lucky enough to spend more time with them both last year in Greece, and I witnessed how much they both love and care about each other. And I couldn't pick two people who balance each other out more and are a perfect pair. To Viv and Danny, as you both embark on this next exciting chapter of your lives, I want to wish you both an abundance of love, happiness and success for a lifetime and beyond. I love you both dearly. Cheers to Viv and Danny. Thanks.
Anyone that knows me has been probably seriously worried about this speech, as it's not something that I'm quite cut out for. But luckily, Dan's chosen two best men, so I kind of got lucky there. I thought I'd just say a few words and let Jason do the long roasting speech, because from what I hear, he got laid into at his own wedding, so I thought he needed his moment in the spotlight. Dan is an amazing character who has literally been by my side through thick and thin. He's always looked after me and encouraged me to do better in life, and that has made a massive impact on my own life. One thing I always thought was missing in Dan's life was finding a partner that was as kind as caring as he is, and also accepts him for who he is. Even the annoying parts, like when he loses his keys multiple times every single day. I think me and Viv have both accepted the fact that before Dan locates his keys or cards that are in his pocket that have been there the whole day, they are considered lost property. And funny story actually, while I was writing this speech at the park, St. James's Park, he lost his AirPod case, but he didn't find it, so he kind of counterfeited this speech. But then yesterday, today, getting dressed, he thought he lost his suit trousers. They was in his suit bag, so... So, anyway, right, hold on, sorry. He definitely has everything and more from Viv, and I'm truly happy that they met. I can see how much she's changed his life for the better, and the reason for that is that she's kind, caring, patient, and just has a truly amazing personality. From the moment she met me and all the family, it felt as though we had all known her for years. Grandma especially has often told me that if Dan does anything to jeopardize that, she will murder him, and I kind of think that she's being serious. So anyway, as you all probably know, they're leaving to emigrate to Australia, which is kind of bittersweet to end this occasion. But I have encouraged him with the decision, and I can see them both being extremely happy out there. It's kind of fitting that before he leaves us here in England, we get to celebrate this amazing occasion. It's not very often you get to share a moment like this in a beautiful venue with almost every single person important to Daniel and myself, and I'm very grateful for that and will cherish every moment of it. So on that, can we all raise a toast, please, to Daniel and Viv. I hope you guys build an amazing life together out there, and I will be out there with you very soon.
For those of you who don't know me, I'm Jason, and co-best man with Daniel's brother Troy. First off, I want to say, Viv, you look absolutely amazing today. I know Daniel tried to show you up with this white jacket, but you still look better to me, so it's fine. So yeah, can we raise a glass to the beautiful bride, Viv? Now Daniel. They say you should never meet your heroes. Well, Daniel met me in 2001 when we both attended the same school, and I can assure you he wasn't disappointed. We were friends all throughout school, but really got closer in year 10, 11 times. Although Daniel's actually 3 months older than me, he's always looked up to me like an older brother. After school, I decided to go to MPhil College and then went on to study at the University of Lincoln, both of which Daniel followed me to. We had some great times at uni and even lived together for 2 of the 3 years. Things that stood out to me the most from my time living with Daniel were him always recording music in his makeshift studio in his room. As mentioned before, his ability to lose anything from his phone or wallet to his keys on a near daily basis. Us pranking each other when we'd leave our laptops on, and we'd come back to see some stuff on our screen we really didn't want to be looking at. Being haunted by a ghost in his room, that actually happened. Do you remember? Always arguing over who was taller. I'm actually an inch taller, but that's fine. Daniel's dad, Lawrence, come in to visit us in our 3rd year of uni, and Daniel came home from uni to see me sweeping the kitchen floor because Lawrence told me the kitchen had to be the cleanest room in the house. Remember that? And Daniel teach me how to cook rice, actually, and I still use that technique, so thanks. At uni, we also met all these guys over here. We spent a lot of our uni days out clubbing and loved being on the dance floor. A few times Daniel got really drunk, and let's just say some of the dance moves he came out with were memorable, to say the least. If you know, you know. When he was in this drunken state, we'd call him Dan on Fire. Those of you who are yet to meet Dan on Fire, hopefully you might get a chance to see him later on the dance floor tonight. Sometime after uni, I ended up working at the British Transport Police, and of course, you guessed it, Daniel moved from the Birmingham, where he was living at the time, to London just so he could join me working there. I guess he just needed his big bro again to help guide him through life. I even once jokingly said I was going to move to Australia, and then before I knew it, Daniel met an Aussie and had big plans to move down under. He was really disappointed when he discovered I was joking, but I'm sure you'll be fine without me now you got Viv. I remember the first time I met Viv, they came around to ours for dinner, and I immediately knew they'd be a great match. What really stood out to me was your kindness and your humor. And besides, Daniel only had great things to say about you. You're also a lot more social than Daniel, so maybe you can help bring that side out of him a bit.
True. Definitely true.
Although we probably don't see each other as much as I would like these days, Daniel's always the first person I call when I need some serious advice, and vice versa. Doesn't matter if we haven't seen each other in weeks or months, we know we're always there for each other at the drop of a hat. We know we can always be brutally honest with each other. and I trusted advice more than most others. Danny's the most honest and real person I know. He has a lot of integrity and always tries to do the right thing in every situation while still being true to himself. So I just want to say thank you for being a great friend and always helping me when I needed some real talk. I'm excited for this journey you're about to embark on together. And I really wish you the best. Just make sure you have a spare room for me when I come out and visit. So can we all raise our glasses in a toast to the happy couple, bride and groom, Daniel and Viv.
Firstly, thank you all for coming today. It really means so much to us, and I couldn't imagine the day without you all here. I wanted to start by showing our gratitude to everyone who has travelled far and wide to make it here in somewhat grey-ish sunny Kent. Thank you to those who have travelled from Florida. It's amazing to have you here, and we really hope you enjoy your time in London. Thank you to Danny's dad and little brother MJ, who flew from Australia to make it. We look forward to our next reunion being on the other side of the world. And finally, to my whole family and friends who also flew from Australia to be here. Thank you for always supporting me and flying 26 hours to watch me marry my Danny. You don't know how grateful we are to have you here by our side today.
How far do I go up to? Just his family. So because we did a joint speech, I'm trying to figure out how much I'm supposed to do in the beginning before I hand back to you. I should have probably put where you come in, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I lost that, like I lost everything else. Okay. I remember the first time I asked Viv's parents for their blessing to marry Viv. I snuck outside the apartment, ready to give her parents a quick call, expecting it to be a relatively easy conversation. I was wrong. When I first asked Viv's mum the question, she said, 40 minutes of interrogation followed. The interview started with questions such as, how often do you drink? Eventually, they became more challenging. How do you and Viv deal with conflict? And then Bar even asked the question, do you still speak to any ex-girlfriends? Eventually, after receiving all the correct answers, they gave their blessing. And the kindness, support, and generosity displayed by Viv's family is clearly a testament to the person she is today, so for that, I thank you all. To my own family, I wanted to say thank you for all the years of support since I was a child, all the way up to living at Auntie Deborah and Uncle Tony's house, and even seeing Hannah take her first steps. You've always made me feel at home, and that's extended to all of my aunties. Rest assured, I will continue to open up your fridges and help myself to food until the day I leave. Of course, I had to do a special mention to Grandma. Grandma, who used to pick me up from school to go to Brent Cross John Lewis to eat the prawn sandwiches and the pancakes. Drive me around whenever I was late, which was pretty much all of the time. And help me find my wallet or keys after I lost them for like the 100th time. A job that now belongs to Viv. However, Grandma made a new special friend when Viv came onto the scene. I remember opening my birthday card from Grandma a couple of years ago, which read, to Danny, thank you for Viv, love Grandma. I mean, it was my birthday, but there was no mention of my birthday in there or anything, just thank you for Viv. Might as well have given it to Viv. To my little brother MJ and Dad, we're happy that you could also make it all the way from Australia, not only to attend your wedding, but to unite with the family, because it's obviously Mackenzie's first time meeting the family, so we're really happy to have you over here. To my mum, where are you? Oh, there you are. I even lost my mum. All right. I hope you know I appreciate everything you've done and the part that you've played in mine, Troy's, and Jessica's lives. And to my little sister Jessica, we're so proud of you, and you know you can always count on me and Viv if there's anything you need. Do I do the groomsmen bit as well?
No, it's my turn.
Okay.
Okay, my turn. Right. Moving here 5 years ago, I didn't know a single person. And today, looking around, it makes me emotional to think about the friendships I've built and also the family I've gained. To Danny's family, thank you for welcoming me with open arms and supporting us throughout the years. I remember meeting everyone for the first time at Ilyas's 18th birthday. I had heard so much about you all, so I couldn't wait to meet you. I walked into Auntie Mitch's living room and announced to the room, "Hi, I'm Viv, so nice to meet you all." Later that day, I found out that most of the family were out the back and Danny didn't know half the people in the room. Since then, you have all been there for me more than I could have ever imagined. From turning up to surprise me on my birthday one year, Grandma sending me her infamous chicken soup when we were feeling poorly, Auntie Deborah and Grandma helping me to find my dream wedding dress, Auntie Mitch helping us to find our beautiful venue here today, and the list goes on. Thank you all so much. I consider you family, and I'm eternally grateful to now be a part of yours. To the family I've also now gained from Dudley, thank you for being some of the funniest and most wonderful people I know. You all mean so much to me, and I love you dearly. To my beautiful family here today, my parents, aunties, uncles, cousins, you have watched me grow from the little girl who was always a little lost to the woman I am today. I hope to have made you proud, and I cannot thank you enough for always supporting me in every milestone of my life. To my big brother Nenny, who's not here with us today, sister-in-law Simone, and my new baby nephew Denzel. My new baby nephew Denzel was actually born on my birthday, so best birthday present ever. We are missing your presence today, but we cannot wait to reunite and meet my birthday twin, baby Denny, for the first time. To Ma and Ba, you are the best parents I could have ever asked for. Okay, woo, all right. Mum, you are the definition of a superwoman. You've worked so hard your whole life to give us everything we have today, and I hope to do the same for our children one day. Ba, you have a heart of gold. Your positive outlook on life has taught me not to sweat the small stuff and be grateful for each day, or in your words, no worry, darling, no problem. And now on to my bridesmaids. Can I just say you all look absolutely incredible tonight. Starting with my maid of honor, Tracy. You've been an amazing big sister since the day I was born. Always looking out for me and having my best interests at heart. Thank you for always making me laugh, being a shoulder to cry on, and the person who I can always turn to no matter what time of day it is. To Grace, you've been my best friend since we were 16, and we're still as close as ever. Boy, am I glad that the stars aligned and you were chosen to be my assigned buddy on my first day of school. I honestly wouldn't know where I'd be without you. To the newly Dr. Tammy Tran. Woo! You're truly one of the most caring people I know. Your generous heart and compassionate nature are attributes that make you so special. To Cindy, I'm so proud of everything you've achieved in the last year. Living in Montreal and pushing yourself out of your comfort zone, just know that I will always be your biggest supporter. And finally, to my new sister, Jessica. It's been a pleasure getting to know you over the last few years. You're one of a kind and very dear to my heart. Thanks to all of you for everything, and I'm so fortunate to have you in my life.
Is it over to me?
Yes.
Okay, over to the groomsmen. I'm going to start with Junior. I see he's holding the baby there, holding Naomi over there. Junior, thank you for your friendship, bro, and your support. I believe you truly have a unique way of uplifting people and giving the correct advice when it's needed, man, so I appreciate you. Jason, who I've known since the age of 12, I think it's 12, is it 12? Around that. As much as we always banter you for how annoying you are, I have to say you are reliable and consistent, one of the most reliable people I know, which are qualities that are really hard to find in people these days. Joshua, from living with you, you're like my brother. witnessing you become a true gentleman, open-minded, caring, and I think in many ways we think alike. I really appreciate you. And finally, Troy, you're a master of anything you put your mind to, and we can learn so much from the journey that you've been on, all the ups and downs. You can teach a lot of people. Do I go on to you, or do you go on to me?
That's my turn.
Okay, back over to Viv.
It's the last time we're swapping, don't worry. Okay, I need to try and get through this bit because this last part's about Danny. So, you don't know this either, obviously. Finally, to my now husband, Danny. Firstly, can I just say you look amazing tonight? And secondly, I apologize in advance for the cheesiness you're about to endure, but you know I can't help myself. Where do I start? From the moment I met you, I knew that I had to keep you in my life. You honestly know me better than I know myself sometimes, even to the point where you can guess exactly what I'll say next, right before the words come out of my mouth. But that just shows how close we are and ultimately how much you truly understand me. I've never felt so at home with another person, where I never have to worry about what I say or look like, or even to show my innermost thoughts or feelings. I truly believe that our bond is unbreakable and that you are life's greatest gift to me. I remember the time that I was leaving to go to Australia and I wouldn't see you for a week. You had just finished a night shift and I had an early train, you had an early train, so we were going to miss saying goodbye to each other. To my surprise, you turned up on my carriage on the same train I was on. Little did I know you negotiated with your manager to leave work an hour earlier and timed it perfectly to come meet me just to say goodbye. Of course, I cried like a baby when I saw you, but that's just the person and type of partner you are. Ever so thoughtful and everything I could have ever wished for. Danny, I'm so happy to have found you. I cannot wait to start a little family together one day, and more than anything, I can't wait to continue this journey through life with you as husband and wife. I love you.
Just getting to the right section. Okay, I want to just start by doing a big round of applause for Viv, who looks incredible this evening. So. Viv, we've had many near-death experiences. From driving along mountain cliffs in darkness with no headlights, almost being washed ashore, being inches away from having a spiked fence go into my back passage when we were locked in a park after closing time. Yet we've made it here today. Viv, you're such a kind, warm-hearted and intelligent person. For those who don't know, she also speaks some Vietnamese and Daju. I remember calling the local Vietnamese store in East London to find out if they sold coconuts and had a few issues with the language barrier. I asked Viv to translate for me in Vietnamese. Obviously, I was proud, my partner can speak Vietnamese. This will be no problem. She grabs the phone and she says, "You sell coconut? Okay, no problem. See you later." It's not really what I was asking you to do, but it must just be a Vietnamese thing because he clearly understood what she was saying. So it was like, straight away he got it. He was like, "Yeah, no worries." I did get the coconuts in the end as well. I can't speak highly enough of the generosity and humility that Viv possesses. She's one of the most intelligent people I've met, yet she never needs to prove herself or her intelligence to anyone. I recall a time when we shared a taxi abroad in Portugal, and we shared a taxi with a couple. We had our flight redirected to some remote island after the pilot couldn't land. And we saw this couple that was also getting a taxi to the local ferry port. And they were the kind of couple that, wear elephant trousers and eat gluten-free stuff, those kind of people, right? I'm just trying to set the scene for you guys a bit. All right, so we're sharing taxi with these guys. And this lady's trying to impress Viv with her knowledge of film and culture. And she's like, oh, I love the dystopian views portrayed in a modern society and all of this stuff. And I'm just like, oh, man. After 10 minutes of talking to Viv, she turns to Viv and says, what kind of films do you like? Viv looks her dead in the eye and in 3 words shuts down the whole conversation. She says, I love Disney. The lady didn't have a clue what to say. She was just like, oh. That was it, conversation done. Like I said, she doesn't have to prove her intelligence to anyone. She's, as Tracy said, she's unapologetically herself. She likes what she likes, she doesn't care. And I've literally spent the last few weeks trying to delete Disney songs from our playlist. So you guys have me to thank, because you literally would have been dancing to like Lion King, Aladdin. I replaced it with Afro beats, R&B, the good stuff. Since we met, every day has felt more special, with more laughs, fun than ever before. Constantly laughing at ourselves and at each other, leaning on one another and exploring new places, whether it's experiences, entertainment, food. We love to share with each other, and we constantly want to make each other happy. And I think that's the foundation we've built from, and that's why I think we will always work, because we work for each other rather than for ourselves. You left home and traveled overseas searching for a new start and a fresh challenge, and you're returning home as a boss lady who climbed major steps in your career, gained a whole new family, and you've got a new husband by your side as well. You haven't done too badly. I can't thank you enough for making that brave move 4 years ago, and now it's time for me to show the same courage to continue our journey overseas. Ladies and gentlemen, fill your glasses. I'd like to make a toast to love and to new beginnings. Let's do it in the Vietnamese style, yeah? Correct me if I'm doing it wrong. I want to teach them first for a second. This wasn't in the speech. I just thought about this because I saw you guys saying it. So in Vietnam, when we went out there, it was an incredible trip. And we went to Bars Village near Quy Nhon, and I was drinking with his uncles. And basically, if you guys want to do this at the back, this would be good, right? So they all make sure that they get drunk at the same pace. So every so often, they all pick up their drinks and they say 1, 2, 3, drink, yeah? But they do it in Vietnamese. So it goes, mut, hai, ba, yo. Yeah? And then when you say yo, you pick up your drink and you drink. But anything happens, like somebody says something funny, somebody does something stupid, you pick up your drink, it's mut, hai, ba, yo. And you all drink together on yo. Did you get it? All right, cool. All right. What was the toast for again? Oh, yeah. New beginnings, right? Love and new beginnings. All right, cool. All right. To love and new beginnings. Mut, hai, ba, yo. Thank you very much.